All right, I've been seeing a lot of comments. I've been needing to react to this Stray Kid Mountains and then Stray Kids JJAM. So without further ado, let's get this started. All right, first up, Mountains. Here we go. I have been listening to this album a lot, so I do know the songs, and I did react to them on my Patreon, the full album. So. Oh, cool. That's sick. I don't think I'll be breaking down the video as much this time because, like I told you guys, I like to mix it up sometimes. Sometimes I like to talk about like all this editing and this, and then sometimes I kind of like to enjoy the video more, but then also talk a little bit about editing. So we'll talk a little bit about it, but not going to go as in depth this time. So they typically will, for that, they'll have like lights just flickering in the back. Yes, you could use editing, but for a shot like that, it's just so much easier to really just have a light flashing, if that makes sense. And then you just get the shot. Could be like a dolly zooming, like going across them, and it's a really nice shot. Big chin, dude. So Felix is doing like an undercover mission right now, just looking at a screen, doing some kind of undercover mission. Now that is really sick. I have different theories of how they did this. I'm kind of curious. I've never seen something like this. I would guess that all of this is real, the buildings and everything. This is like a set. And then what they did is they used a 3D camera tracker effect. They put the clouds on, blending modes on them. Some of them are just harsh. A blending mode kind of gives it transparency, like a different level of transparency. There's different blending modes. It looks like they just put the clouds on, 3D tracked it and stuff like that. That's really sick. Also, I forgot my captions. I'm so sorry. Whoa. They use something called a probe lens in a shot like this. A probe lens, it's kind of like a they're really expensive too, like extremely expensive. But it's like this really like thin lens basically you can put in sets to get shots like this. Because obviously like an actual camera lens, it probably wouldn't fit in something like this. But a probe lens is like super long, so you can kind of get a shot like that. That's really cool. They use probe lenses a lot for like Lego animations and things like that. Typically, it really depends. I mean, you just gotta be creative. Smooth, bro. Oh, I like that. I like how it was like it was slow and then just speed ramp fast. I like that. That was clean. Dude. Holy crap, a lot of like cool effects going on. I don't even know if this is real either. I mean, if they were to film something like this and make it real, you know, there's a few different ways to go about it. I mean, like if it is real, which this could be a green screen of some sort. But they could just have people standing behind them and then just have like a mask with like a light on them. And then what they could do is make sure it's not overexposed, of course. And then they could turn the highlights up. Basically, like you duplicate your clip. So you have one clip and you duplicate it. And then you use a Luma key. A Luma key kind of gets rid of certain light levels. So there's only certain ones. And then you could add like Gaussian blur to make the blur like really soft. There's really so many ways to go about like making looks like this. But I really appreciate the way it looks and how they went about it. It looks really sick. These are probably real lasers. I mean, I don't know. I'm not too sure. They could be. They could be just like laser pointers or something like that. And then I'm guessing like this is, I don't know if that's real. That looks kind of VFX to me. It could be real, but I don't think they're pointing a gun at their idol. You know what I mean? Like I don't condone that. I don't condone. I don't know. Nah, that's definitely VFX. And again, with a scene like this would look so fake if it was like, I'm guaranteeing you this is probably like a green screen behind them, or they roto brushed them, something like that. But a scene like this, it just won't look good unless you have the proper lighting. It's with lightning, it's always about the lighting, my guy. We talked about this in my previous video, the Stray Kids cheese video I did with my friend Andy. Actually, you guys should definitely check that video out. It was a banger video, one of my top Stray Kid videos of all time, in my opinion. Lightning is really annoying and difficult to do. I mean, like, you can keep customizing it. You can add more blur to this. You can add more glow. You gotta mess around with it. I love this rapping so much. Whoa, that was sick. Now that's pretty nutty. Wow. They literally took him, and then it looks like they added like a blur to him of some sort. With a puppet pin, they really blurred the crap out of him. And then they just moved him to the next shot. They had the blur again, and then I guess they're gonna get rid of it. Yeah, that's really sick. That's really well done. Then you can see there's a turbulent effect. Turbulent displays is like it's like a wavy effect, basically. I used it a lot in a Harry Potter video I did for my boss a long time ago. A lot of the spells I had to use like different turbulent heat effects to give it that wave blurry look, kinda. So really popular, and then you just mask it so it feathers into the footage. Oh, I like that. That is sick lighting, or sick effects. Out of the entire album too, I don't think this is my favorite song. Like, Mountains is so good, but if I'm gonna be honest, my favorite one, oh damn dude, that's hard. I remember like the first Stray Kids song I reacted to. I know this is off topic, I'm so sorry. Case 143. I had no idea who they were, and look at me now. That's awesome, dude. I think the best one from the album for me is Twilight, Runners, or Stray Kids. What's your favorite from the album? Leave a comment down below. Hey, yo. Mountains. I said this on my Patreon. The song reminds me of like an inciting incident in like a film where like something's gonna change for the main character, and then there's like a montage going on. It's like, if you ever seen the show Regular Show, they always did these funny montages all the time that had like 80s music. It was the best show ever, man. I love that show. But it kind of just feels like a montage song to me. Like a good montage song. Most montage songs kind of suck too, in my opinion. This is like a good one. Like, bro, if they don't use this in some kind of movie, then they're missing out. Oh, they're real. Holy shit. That's gotta be real. And I could tell because look at the lighting on him. You can see the lighting's kind of going on him too. Yeah, I think it's real. That's sick. That is sick, my guy. Yeah, and that's what I thought. That was real too. And then for this, they just basically, you just animate each letter going on. That's typography of After Effects. Then they add like glow on it and make it look stylized. Really cool. All right. Next is going to be JJAM. I personally like this one a lot more than, oh, this is gonna be cool. The song a lot more than Mountains. That was weird. You don't see that often. They like stutter him. That's time remapping. What you could do is basically you take that point in time right there, and then you just kind of move it back in time, and you can make it go really fast, or you could do hold keyframes. There's different ways to do it, but it looks like they just moved it back in time really, really fast, and then had some motion blur on top of it. It's It's like stuttery. I like that. I like that shot because it reminds me of like a horror movie where it's like I always say, shots are so important. It just feels like something's watching him. You see it in horror movies all the time. Like they'll put a camera in a closet and then the person will just be like looking around like, is there someone watching me? And it's a really cool concept they use in film. I mean, you always got to plan your shots out accordingly, and I like shots like that. I think that was really cool. This part is so good in the song. Whoa, I missed that, sorry. Oh, that's creepy. Oh, whoa, okay, that was cool. So they're frozen. They either stood still and they told them like, don't move until like we cue it. That's probably what they could have done. Or they just froze them in time and then they had some kind of light activate and then they like zoom out and then they start. So there's a few different ways they could have went about it. I think they just told them to froze. That's what I think. Dude, that is so cool. What the heck? This is a cool set. It feels like a Halloween witch set. Like you got the potion, the big cauldron. I don't know. It's like a lab experimental. That's cool. Oh, that was such a good match cut, dude. That was so cool. What the hell? So they match cut them, and then you could see roto brushing is really hard. You can see the hard edges on him because they had to mask him out. It's really hard. You know, technology is getting more and more advanced, but as of right now, sometimes it can be so hard to make someone have like a really good cut. I mean, you could see right there they missed his finger a little bit, but it's hard because they legit, what they have to do is like they'll take a frame, the first frame, they'll mask him out, like they'll kind of select the subject, and then they might have to do it every frame depending on how good the tracking does with the roto brushing. And if it does bad, then you have to do every single frame. Like, listen, back in the day, you had to do frame by frame by frame to mask out your subject. So, I mean, it's gotten really advanced and it looks sick too. Yeah, roto brushing is huge in K-pop, music videos, editing. It's a big concept they use. This is freaky. Ugh. This camera work, they kind of like zoom it in. Could be edited, but it might be the camera. Oh, yo, that's sick. Okay. My boy's having a jam session right now. I like how the shadow was moving. Yeah, that's sick. They either masked out 2 shots right there, and then they had him like move a different time, then the shadow moved with him, or they had someone else be the shadow. There's a video in BTS. It might be Blood, Sweat, and Tears. You know what? Screw it, guys. I need to know. I need to know. They did it in Black Swan where the shadow was different from the actor, so that's basically where they did this. Really, really cool idea. Yeah, and it gives like a creepy feeling. Like, it's like, oof. That's me at 3 a.m., bro. The donut in the mouth, and then you're just... Is that a bagel or a donut? I can't even tell. Dude, I hate bread. I don't even know. I'm so weird. I don't like bread for some random reason. My girlfriend, she is obsessed with bread, like baguettes, and it just like authentic. I like authentic bread, but I don't know. Then they added like an echo on him. You could see like it's either a lot of motion blur or they added some kind of echo on him where you could see it's like really echoey kind of. It might just be a lot of motion blur too. Oh, this part's so good. I forgot, dude. Oh! My man's spitting. Oh my god, it looks so good. It's so fast. I love it. Oh, and then they're cutting, there's different lights and everything. So I think they have the camera still, and they could just be zooming in really, really slowly with different shots. So you get all your shots, cut, 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 and then you just take them all without the camera moving, and then you can just zoom in and post. Such a sick shot, dude. Wish. I like the yellowish light with the blue color contrast. It looks really nice. Yeah, this video slap. This one's good. I like this one a lot. Big Chin. So stupid, bro. Oh my god. I know it's Bang Chan, but it's... Dude, that is so sick. All they literally did was they had the shots stable. They put the camera down and then they just cut to different shots. They just kept cutting, added motion blur, and then they added a camera shake with the editing. And then you put them all together. You get this really, really sick. That is a sick shot, dude. I feel like this is like some kind of horror movie where like that ring girl's just gonna pop up and just like snatch one of them or something. I hate that movie. That movie scared the crap out of me. I watched it when I was like 12 years old in my bed, and I was like, oh, I want to watch a horror movie. I'm that kind of guy where I can literally just be like, I love horror movies, because I do. But I then at the end of the night start like being a little about it because I get scared really easily. Nice green smoke effect. Probably just had like a little smoke machine in there. Whoa, that was trippy. The way they made the text look like that, I think it's like a turbulent effect they used or some kind of bulge effect. There's a bulge effect you can use in After Effects too, but it looks more like a little of a turbulent with it's not as wavy. It's just more harsh on the scale. That is really sick. That was so good. All right, that was Stray Kids Jam and Mountains. I really enjoyed them, of course. Like I said, if you guys could check out my recent video, I would so much appreciate it. The recent Stray Kid one. It was I did it with my friend Andy. This one, it was a lot of fun. So if you want to check that out, I'd really appreciate it. I'll link it down below. But yeah, it's gonna wrap it up. I've actually been having trouble figuring out content. K-pop has been kind of dead recently. I have a second channel I've been making some content on too, if you want to check that out. But yeah, if any of you have any ideas for videos, please let me know. I have a few ideas. I got to do a guide to 17. I want to do a 17 try not to laugh. I just don't know what videos to react to from that. So leave it down below because your boy is done. He has no idea what to do. I'm cooked. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Love you all.